Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are continuing the ranking every player, one player from every team, worst to best series, and in celebration of the New York Rangers drafting Alexis Lafreniere first overall, I'm going to view them today. Also, next video will be a draft review video, and we're going to take a quick break from the ranking every team series, but I'm super excited to do the Rangers, another, storied franchise, so let's hop into it. This is Talking About Sports 1. So coming in number 20, it's Brendan Smith, a bottom pair defenseman who throws the body, plays a bit of a two-way game, but, nothing really special. Just a bottom pair defenseman. He's coming in at number 20. At number 19 is another bottom pair defenseman in Ryan Lindgren. He's just only 14 points, 1 goal this season, so, not really that good. He's just, another bottom pair defenseman, 19. And number 18 is the last place forward on this list, and that is Brett Howden. Brett Howden is just, one of those guys. He's just kind of there to fill in, the bottom of the roster, so. He's coming in at number 18, decent player. Big enforcer Brendan Lemieux claims the 17th spot on this list. He's that guy. He can just play that body, gets into some fights, just there for a physical presence. So he's coming at number 17. Number 16, it's Jesper Fast. He's got some decent speed on, with his name. And he's also just a good scorer. 29 points this year. Not a bad player at all. Number 16. At number 15, it is Filip Chytil. He's that, that lower middle to bottom six center who can just, he can put some points up on the boards. So, you're not bad with him. He's coming in at number 15 spot on this list. At number 14, it's Vladislav Namestnikov. Now, this isn't really going off what he did with the Rangers this year. He actually played very solidly for the Senators. But also, I believe that he can be, honestly, just a great player in the future, too. And I think he can just be, be really good. So, Vladislav Namestnikov's at 14. 13th spot on this list is a controversial figure, Kaapo Kakko. Now, we are balancing how good they did this year and how good I think they're going to do next year in a nice, probably maybe a 60-40 type of thing. And Kaapo Kakko, the 60% that was this year, not very good. But the 40%, in my brain, I think he's going to do very good next year. Because I think he's going to be one day, have those hands almost like a Patrick Kane type hands. Yeah, I think he's going to bring the Rangers some great years in the future. He hasn't even played a game with the Rangers yet, but at number 12, I have Alexis Lafreniere, straight out of the draft. I'm actually making this video just 1 day, or 2 days after he actually one day after he just got drafted. So, I think that 60% is just nothing. And then I think, honestly, if I'm making predictions, I'm saying 60, 70 points. Maybe even 80. I think he's that freaking good. I don't think he's going to win the Calder because there is a guy on the Wild, Kirill Kaprizov. But still, I think, Alexis Lafreniere, obviously, you know him, you love him. First overall pick. I'm so excited to see what he can do next year with the Rangers. Just outside the top 10, at number 11, it's Brady Skjei. Brady Skjei came over with a trade from the Hurricanes, where he had a couple good seasons there. And I think he can just be a decent player, just a really solid defenseman for the Rangers in the future. Brady Skjei. Half of the list at number 10, it's Alexander Georgiev. Alexander Georgiev, I was kind of conflicted where to put him. Because he actually had the most wins, I'm not sure if he had the most wins. But I think he had the most games plays of any Rangers goalie last year, which would make him the starter. But obviously, I think Shesterkin's going to take over that role this year. And his stats weren't even really that good. So I put him halfway through the list. I feel like that's kind of where he is on the team. So I think he's a good young goalie, though. So at number 9, it's Jacob Trouba. Had a down year, but he showed with the Jets that he can be that two-way defenseman. And I believe that he can be that guy. He can be that number 1 anchor on the Rangers blue line. I don't think he will because of a guy that I'm going to talk about later on this list. Actually, 2 guys. But I think he could be on another team. in the future. So, Jacob Trouba's, I think he's going to be a great defenseman. So he's coming in number 9. And number 8 is Chris Kreider, the A captain on the Rangers. We all know Chris Kreider. He's just a really good, solid scoring winger. Looks to be probably second line, obviously, because Panarin. And, honestly, Chris Kreider's just a great asset for the Rangers. And, you can't really put a value on the leadership that he brings to that team. So he's coming in at number 8. So at number 7, I have Pavel Buchnevich. Had one more point than Kreider. And I think if you're just judging off last year, I think Kreider's better because of the leadership that he brings. But I think going forward, Pavel Buchnevich is actually really going to blossom. 46 points this year in 68 games is not bad at all. So I'm excited to see what Pavel Buchnevich can do next year with the Rangers. He's coming in at number 7. So at number 6, I have the young netminder Igor Shesterkin. Igor Shesterkin was a really high-ranked prospect, came from the NHL, and showed his worth. In 12 games, a .935 save percentage. That would have led the league if he played the whole season. Obviously, he probably wouldn't have kept that up. But next year, I think he almost kind of can. I think he could. And he's such a young goalie that even if he has a down year, he can come back up and he can be that franchise goaltender for the Rangers. So, Igor Shesterkin, he's looking good. To me, he's coming in at number 6. Entering the top 5, at number 5, it is Ryan Strome, the forward of the Rangers. He actually was a top 3 scorer in the Rangers with 59 points, but I'm not sure how much he can keep up that scoring rate. Also, we have a couple defensemen that I think are quite better than him. So he comes in at number 5. Coming at number 4, we have a young defenseman, Adam Fox. Adam Fox was very productive last year. And honestly, for a rookie defenseman, obviously he got overshadowed by Hughes, Makar, but still had an insanely solid season for the Rangers. And in the future, I see him being a great number 1 defenseman for the Rangers. I have another defenseman over him, but I think in the long run, Adam Fox will turn out better. And yeah, so Adam Fox coming at number 4. Great future. Now, this is not a name that you would expect to see in the top 3, but Tony DeAngelo is legit. And honestly, 53 points this year for the Rangers as a defenseman is really good. He's only going to blossom because he's pretty young. So he's coming in the top 3 at number 3. Number 2 is Mika Zibanejad, and that is looking like a great trade for the Rangers, getting him from Ottawa. And look, Mika Zibanejad had one of the best goal rates in the NHL this year. It might have even been the best. And he had a lot of goals, and I think a lot of it came from Panarin, but you still can't discredit that pure goal scoring ability. I think Zibanejad has it. Coming in number 2. So at number 1, without a doubt, Artemi Panarin. Was there ever even a question? 95 points this year. Simply stunning. And I want to talk about his chances at being the greatest Ranger of all time. I think he's too late. I think, coming over at 27, 28, it's just not enough time for him to really establish that legacy. That being said, the Rangers' history of greats hasn't been as strong. The 3 big names that I want to mention are Lundqvist, who they just let go, Messier, and Leach. Out of those 3, I'd say probably either Leach or Messier is the best. I'm going to probably say Messier. I don't think Panarin can get to Messier's level in the time that he has with New York. So, yeah. So, if you made it to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It's a pretty long video, one of my longest, so I'm going to keep it short. Go check out my other videos. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, support my channel. We're trying to grow. I'm maybe thinking about 50 subscribers by the end of the year. It would be really awesome. So, it would really mean a lot to me if you hit that subscribe button. This has been Talking About Sports 1. Goodbye.